like to extend a thank you to ITI for inviting me back tonight to share my experiences with you. When I started ITI, I really didn't have a direction or knew what I wanted to do with my life. The one thing I did know was I wanted to do something with computers, so I chose electronics technology. As I got deeper into school, I really started zoning in on what I wanted to do. I wanted to work with databases. Now, I know that seems kind of boring, but it fascinated me to be able to control vast amounts of data. After graduation, I went to work for Advanced Office Systems as a copier technician. I knew the industry from working part-time at Women's Hospital's print shop while I was in school. It was a great opportunity for me to utilize my skills learned in my degree. I connected printers and copiers to networks, which was pretty cutting edge at the time. They gave me opportunities for additional training, and on my own I took some Microsoft courses on databases. That was still my goal at the time. Advanced didn't have a need for a database person, so I began a job search. I eventually found a position at a small startup building a management system for doctors' offices. The pay was minimal, but I got my foot into the door in working with databases and software development. I learned so much in a year and I was hooked. Hibernia National Bank had a position open right across the street from my office, and I quickly jumped at that opportunity. Within 2 years, I was a full-fledged database administrator. I achieved my goal. At this point in my career, websites and web development was really taking off. So I set a new goal, to be a web developer. And a mere 3 years later, I was a web developer at Associated Grocers. This leads me into today. About 3 years ago, there was a need at my office for someone who knew social media and small business web development. Some of the coworkers knew of some side work that I did and recommended me. A new position was born and a new goal was made. This is to have a fully staffed department solely focusing on websites, social media, and other online marketing options for our retailers. I'm not there yet, but it's coming soon. As I was thinking about my career and the direction it's taken, I asked myself, what are some takeaways that I can give you tonight? And I have 5 points that I'd like to share. One is to never settle. I'm a very goal-oriented person, and I'm always raising the bar on myself. Once a goal is attained, I make a new and higher one to reach. 2, don't let qualifications deter you from applying for a position. Now that I look back, I haven't been qualified for any position that I've ever held. Once in the interview, I knew I was the best person for the job, even though I didn't have the qualifications. I knew I could learn quickly and get up to speed in no time. I let that confidence show in my interview. During one interview, I was asked to write some code to pull data from a database. It's something I've done 1,000 times before, but I froze. My mind went blank and honestly told the hiring manager I forgot. I stayed calm and collected through the fumble, and I still got the job. 3, think of yourself as a brand. How do you want employers to think of you? Your skill set, your communication and collaboration skills. In Baton Rouge, the IT community is very small and close-knit. It's extremely easy for a hiring manager to get real information about what kind of employee you are. You can have all the skills in the world, but if you're difficult to work with, that will get around and hurt your brand. You could eventually have difficulty finding a company wanting to take the risk. At AG, I branded myself website and social media guru. Anyone that has questions or needs assistance, internal or external customers, comes directly to me. 4, network. Join local organizations in your industry. I can't stress this enough. Join local organizations in your industry. You will meet people, companies, learn more about your industry and future trends that are happening. It's also a great way to find job opportunities. For years, I've attended and participated in many different groups. This year, I wanted to give back, and I'm now serving on the board of the Baton Rouge Social Media Association. It's been a great way to network with people in the industry, as well as give back to the community. 5, serve. Approach those you work with humbleness and grace. A couple years ago, I had a client that didn't like the website that I built for him. Immediately, my pride swelled up because it was an awesome website. I brought that up to my CIO. He smiled at me and said, "You can't please everybody." That was difficult for me to hear, but something I really needed to hear. I let my pride go, I humbled myself, and built him a new site. The client loved the new site, and he's still a happy customer today. ITI gave me a start to my professional career and helped me find what I love to do. I am grateful that they were there for me. Before I close, I'd like to acknowledge one thing. Soon after graduating from ITI, I gave my life to Christ. He guided my footsteps since day one of my career path. I wouldn't be where I am in my career or speaking to you tonight without that guidance. Thank you again for the opportunity to speak with you, and congratulations on your hard work.